A little bit of rain at some point, see, but I was asleep. I did so many hunts yesterday in the hot sun. I came home and ate a bunch of Chinese food and just like sat down in a chair and woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. This blitzes you, puts it on you, and I'm sore too, and I never get sore. It's too much. I'll get back. I'm heading in. I feel better today though. Going back, what if I go down in here today and around where I found all these Crooksville Chert Amos points, I find a hafted shaft scraper made of Crooksville with an Amos base. That's archaeology, and that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. I need to go down and I need to just keep coming back and find all the stuff I can, right? I'll get back on the rain. That rain I showed walking in here pushed the water up the highest it's been on this place. I've been finding stuff. It's almost ruined, but I'm gonna try. I think I can go for one piece here today in this one. Stay here, I don't know, 2 hours and come up with something. We'll see what I can get within 2 hours here in bad conditions. See, this is right where I was sifting. It was dry land yesterday. This was where I was sifting in here, and look how much water is on it. This was the highest point on the site out of the water, and it's got a foot on it. It's 3 foot in the best spots. Well, there's a section out of something. You can see it's all worked there, but it's popped apart and there's fossils in it. Look at that brush creek with the orange spots. I'm on the right trail. I'm standing in waist deep water. Both of my boots have water in them, and I did some test screens, and see, I'm in gravel. See it? This is river gravel, but see, I'm in fire rock. Now, do you see the point? Oh man, you see it? Oh man, it's a week maker. Look at this. Oh man. Well, right in with these Amoses. Basal thinning, look at that point. I'd say that's an Amos. There's something else early archaic right that goes with it. That's a beauty. Look at, it's like got a flute too, like the big sandies I found. Well, if you've been watching recently, I've been finding some points with basal thinning, early points, and you know, look at this thing right in there with all that. I'd say that's a pretty old point. It's real ground on the base there in areas, and that looks like another flute. And I'll show you here. Let me get these other big sandies I found right by it. See what we're getting into here? It's the same deal. And you know, there's varieties of points, the makers. I'd say that's related to these big sandies. What are we into there? You know, looking at these big sandies look transitional paleo. This probably the same deal. This is a very good site. They're looking for Clovis stuff, and you know, I'm finding stuff like this that just might. What if I start finding black Kanawha Clovis points here now? It's wow. Oh, my screen's right here. Sifting this down. You see how high the water is. I can't get out of the water really. But look at that Amos. Tip dinged, base gone. Some of them are broke. That would have been a stunner. Well, it's a shame on this, but some of the stuff's going to be fragmented. The material of this Chert's about like glass, about the consistency. And over time, and from use, see the base is gone, but that would have been a beautiful Amos. There you go. I want to show everything. That's a nice black material too. See, this is the same screen as that broken Amos. I'm just filming everything the last couple days. There's a heat treated Chert blade or something that's got some damage in the base. See, this is a little river cobble that was spalled open. Right there on the very tip is a piece of the cortex. See it right there? But it's been heat treated. And see how nice it changed the color of it. It's nice looking stuff. That's like a little preform, I'd say, for a point. They were starting to work that down. You can make a little dart out of that easily. See, I'm filling my screen here up on the site at the end of it, and I already have the pockets of the stuff probed out with my probe. That's important. Now I know where to throw my throw out, so I'm not burying artifacts that I haven't dug already. You get that? That's why I'm finding so much stuff, the probe. And I left that out because people were stealing my sifter content. You remember, sifting was illegal when I started. Now there's people claiming to be experts, putting up a bunch of false information, just stuff that's complete hogwash. And I left out the probe, and now I'm just opening up on these people. Go ask them all where they're digging probes at. If they don't, they'll never get on points like this, and I will. That's pretty nice. That's another piece of the Amos toolkit. That's a Brush Creek Chert lancet with the orange spots on it. That'll look nice. That's part of the Amos toolkit. And I showed a few videos ago a core where you could see these little bladelets were popped right off. See, I'm looking at these gravels in my screen more. That's a Chert, maybe a jasper. It's red and tan. That, man, that's nice stuff. Now look at this. There's another translucent pebble, probably quartz. That's pretty. It'll look nice polished. Now look at this piece of real high quality material, and you can see up here it's been used as a little tool. See it? It's doing something with that. It's got a little graver there. It's real translucent, nice stuff. Well, I'm mainly showing this because the material's so nice. I'll show you the translucency. See, that's been used. It's like a little graver or something. I just want to show you this stuff because a lot of people don't show this stuff, and there's a lot more artifacts than just Arrowheads. See, that's just beautiful material. Where I'm at, there's so many river cobble agates, jaspers and stuff that it's hard to tell what you're gonna find something made out of. That's pretty cool. Well, look at that. That's natural, but that's awesome. That's a display rock. Look at it. I'm looking at all the gravels. You get some weird stuff. Look at that. There's no working on this. None. It came deep out of the gravel, but natives picked this kind of stuff up the same way I found interest with it picking up and put it to use. If an Indian would have found that, I would say that they would have made a net sinker out of it during certain periods of time. Well, I looked at this under a microscope. There's been no manipulation to anything on the whole stone. It's completely natural. But with all the artifacts there, you can't dismiss that some kid 8,000 years ago picked this up and carried it back to the camp because they thought it was cool, the same way I picked it up and carried it home. And I really like it. I'm gonna set that on something. It's a cool stone just to keep. I'll set a marble in it or something. That's cool. And who knows? But that's a cool find nonetheless, even being a natural stone. Look at that. There's another core with a rind on it. Tan shirt on the inside, kind of a brown waxy. And in the same screen, a flake of the same stuff with the brown waxy cortex. Look, probably right there making something. And I'm finding all this stuff's right where it was left, and it's just falling and laying here. Well, folks, I did it. I'm about ready to fall over from exhaustion. I'm right in where I found these black knives. There's a flake of Crooksville. It has a little working on it, but I just got an Amos out of that spiculated black flint, and I mean, it looks amazing. Do you see it? Oh man, folks, look at this, another one. Holy crap, and you have to, the water's washed up into a dwelling or something, and those tools and all this were right in there, probably flooded and just got covered like a time capsule. I'm in a good spot. Look at that point. Perfect. Well, you can see it, the iron oxide deposits leaching out of this. That looks like Nelly Chert to me. And so did those tools I found. Remember the big black tools? I'll show you them to you next. This is still drying out. It's going to change color. You can see there it's still wet on that side. It was laying like that on the tray. After right there, that's dried out. Look at the little white fossil. That's so nice. Real super polished base and notches. It's an Amos, but you know, real quirky looking. That's a month maker. Later. See, this stuff come from right in there. It's pretty similar material. I think, you know, I'm probably on an area where there was a bunch of artifacts like buried all right together, maybe in a dwelling or something, but when that last point there I showed dries out completely over a few days, it'll look like this stuff, probably made off the same core, had by the same person. A long time ago, folks. Early archaic cultural period. I'm walking up out of here. I'm wet, but how can you leave? I just pushed. It's 95 degrees. It feels good standing here in the shade in these weeds. Oh, feels 10 degrees cooler. And I'm in a good spot. Dug all that stuff off the bottom of the river underwater, just in catches and in that pit I'm in. What finds this month, man. Ants, I came home and had to get, I got in over my boots. My pants are all muddy. I had to put them in the washer, and Squirrel Man had to come right out. Look here, folks. Are you singing? Are you talking in Squirrel? Talking in Squirrel? Huh? You take some ear rubs. He's gonna get down and run. We'll go check on the baby cat next. The baby cat's doing good. You getting down? You getting? He wants up. He's wanting petted. Look at this, folks. This old big boy's wanting the pats. You wanting the cheeky ear rubs? Or you? Or you wanting them? Look here, folks, what I got. What is this chirping? Sound like a little bird. Are you enjoying this? Huh? That sounded like barks. Are you barking? I hope that brought you some joy, folks. I'll see you on the next one. Here, folks, I had to go get him some more dry cat feed. The little booger ate it all. Tell him you ate the whole bowl. You must have been hungry. Look how nice this little boy is. I just found him like a month ago. You can watch the video where I found him. It's back over on my homepage. You'll see it, Baby Kitty Rescue, and he's living with me now. Look, what a good, hey, where you at? Look here at this little good boy, folks. It's my little friend. We're buddies. I'll see you on the next one. I'll keep finding the points, and we'll keep seeing the kitty.